Welcome to PX Multifamily, the People Experience Podcast. I'm Mary Gwyn, and I'm so glad to be talking to you about this important topic today. People experience is so much more than employee experience. Let me give you an analogy. There's a lot of discussion. I know you've heard it. Raise your hands if you've ever been asked about your work-life balance. Yeah, I know. Work-life balance. What is it though? Really, how do you balance work and life? Isn't your work just a part of your life? I think it's more apropos to say life balance. It's all part of who you are, what you do, how you spend your time. It's life balance. Well, the same goes for people experience. It's like life balance, only people experience is bigger. Uh, You've heard the term employee experience, probably. It's like life balance. People experience is bigger than employee experience because it relies mostly on us, employers, being intentional about the employees as much as we can be. And hopefully, it's more intentional on your part to your team members, your coworkers, and peers that people experience. It's really critical. A tough thing about people experience is it's influenced by perception. You've heard the expression, maybe? Perception is reality. So people experience, no matter what you do, no matter how hard you work, it's impacted by people's perceptions. So I want to give you 3 gifts today. I want to leave you with 3 gifts that'll help you with that people experience. The first one is I interviewed a regional candidate many years ago, great candidate. And I asked her, what is your most important asset? What's the most important thing in you getting your job done? And she said, people. People are our rock stars. I thought, well, that's an interesting way to put it. I actually thought it sounded a little silly, but I was wrong at the time. I know it's true now. Our people are our rock stars, and we need to be disproportionately focused and intentional about our employees. How many of you go to rock concerts? Probably everybody. And you think you go to this rock concert and you hold up your phone and you have the light on and you're cheering for these perfect strangers. You held up your cell phone and swayed to them. Have you cheered loud and long for your employees and your coworkers and your peers, but you do it for a perfect stranger? Wouldn't you do more for the team that shows up for you every day, cheering for what they've done, cheering over and over every day? Doesn't that seem more important than those rock stars? So the first gift is to celebrate your rock stars. Celebrate them, cheer for them, encourage them every single day. The second is pay them what they're worth. How much do you pay for a rock concert ticket? I mean, those things are out of sight. But your employees, they really, again, they show up for you every day. They're doing something over and over and over again. So pay them what they merit for it, or somebody else will. And pay special attention to your long-term employees. As you've seen pay rates go up and up and up, and as you've hired new hires, you're paying more and more for the same role. Are you stopping for a moment and reevaluating what you're paying to your existing employees? We try to do it every year. Just take a snapshot of where we are relative to the market and what are we paying our long-term people? Are we paying them fairly? So the second gift for you is a real big prod to pay your people fairly. And then the third is really important too. Respond fast. Respond fast. Be so fast in responding to your employees. Sometimes you might get a request for them and think, I'll get to it, or I don't have the information. I'll get back with them when I do. Respond anyway. Tell them you don't have it right now. Tell them you'll get back with them, and then get back with them and give them updates, just like any customer you have. Because otherwise, the fear gets in their head. That voice in their head says, they don't really care. They're not interested, and my job's not important to them. All those little voices, or the voices they may be hearing from peers or from the outside world that has some negativity. Respond to them really, really, really fast. It's so critical because they're your rock stars. So your rock stars, cheer them on every day. Hold up that phone, do the light for them, do the swaying. Really encourage your team members every single day. Be intentional about it. And number two, pay them what they're worth. You will never regret giving a surprise pay raise that just you're trying to make sure they know that you're looking at their pay and you're making sure they're in line or better than the market. And then last, respond fast, respond fast, respond fast, respond fast. Perception is such a big part of the people experience. You can't control the perception part, but you can control your actions, just not their reactions. Well, thank you for being on the first PX Multifamily podcast. Thank you so much, where we'll talk over and over about prescriptions for keeping people happy. Thank you again for being here.